Class 10, how are you? I hope you are doing well, and nowadays your speed of studies has to be increased. So chapter light is going on. I told you in physics this is very important chapter. Each and every line is important. Nothing has been omitted from here for your syllabus of board exam. So please go through the chapter properly. Today my topic is factors affecting the resistance of a conductor. In the previous video I told you what is resistance. I want to recall, resistance means the obstruction in the path of a flow of electricity. That obstruction is offered by the conductor. That when the electricity is passing through the conductor, conductor is opposing something for the flow of electricity, and that is called resistance. Formula has already been given earlier according to Ohm's law. Now on which factor the resistance depends upon, that you are going to go through. Resistance depends upon three factors. The factors are what? First, it depends upon the length of the conductor. Second, it depends upon the area of cross section of the conductor. Whatever may be the conductor, area of cross section of that conductor, on which also it depends upon. And third, it depends upon the nature of the material. Nature of material means whether it is copper, whether it is iron, whether it is silver, whether it is gold. That means different material offer different obstruction for the flow of electricity. The material which is offering less obstruction, it is a very good conductor, and which is offering more obstruction, that is your not good conductor. So mathematically how to represent it? Resistance is directly proportional to the length of the conductor. After experimental observation, it has been found that resistance directly depends upon the length of the conductor. R for resistance and L for length of the conductor. It also depends upon the area of cross section, but it is inversely proportional to the area of cross section. That is, R is inversely proportional to the area of conductor. Now why this is so? Area of the conductor means the thickness is more. When the thickness is more, the electrons are getting more amount of space to pass through it. So definitely when more electron is passing, that means less resistance. So resistance is inversely proportional to the area of the conductor. By combining these two equation you can write, that is you can write this is equation number 1, this is equation number 2, just as you do in maths. Combining these two equations, what I am going to get? R is proportional to L by A. These two combining L by A. Now you know that to remove the proportionality sign, I have to multiply a constant term. So that constant term is represented by this letter, and this is known as rho. The pronunciation of this letter is rho, R-H-O, rho. So R equal to rho L by A. Rho is the constant. Now this constant is having a name, that is called resistivity. Rho is called the resistivity of a particular conductor, and it is fixed for a particular material, particular metal, and which is having a constant value. Now you have to know what is the unit of resistivity, SI unit of resistivity. I can directly write the unit of resistivity as ohm meter, but you may get in question, that is how to find out the SI unit of resistivity. So that also I have shown here, SI unit of rho. So I have written this equation again, R equal to rho L by A. From here I can write rho equal to RA by L, that is A is going this side and L is coming here. So putting the units of RA and L in the equation, that is this equation, what I am getting here, SI unit of R is ohm, SI unit of A is meter square, and SI unit of length is meter. Meter square and meter cancel, so you are going to left with ohm meter. So this question can come in the board, that to how to find out the SI unit, what is the way to find out. So I hope I have explained you the SI unit. Next we will do some of the numericals based on using these formula. I am going to do one numerical that is there in your NCERT book. In example 12.8, this question is there. To make you understand, I have done it again so that if any doubt is there, that will be clear. What is the question? A wire of given material having length L and area of cross section A has a resistance of 4 ohm. A particular wire whose length is L and area of cross section is A, it is given that the resistance is 4 ohm. What would be the resistance of another wire of same material? The material is same, that means what? Resistivity is same. Same material means the resistivity is constant, so both are same. Same material, but here the length is becoming L by 2. Previous length was what? Half of that length has been taken and area of cross section has become 2 times. So what will be the new resistance that you have to find out? So for first wire, I know the definition formula of resistance is rho L by A. So I have written R1 equal to rho L1 by A1. According to your question, length is L, area of cross section is A. So rho L by A. And its value is also given, that is 4 ohm that I have written. Now for the second wire I am going to use the same formula, that is resistance equal to resistivity into length by area, that is R2 equal to rho L2 by A2. Rho is constant for both. Now in the question it is given that L2 equal to L by 2 and A2 equal to 2A. It is given in the question. So by putting the value of L2 and 2A in this equation, R2 equal to rho L by 2. Instead of L2 I am writing L by 2. Instead of A2 I am writing 2A. So what is coming here? Rho L by 4A. 2 into 2, 4. Now I know that rho L by A equal to 4. So 1 by 4 I am separating here and rho L by A, instead of that I am writing 4 here, because we know that rho L by A equal to 4. So by calculation I am getting R2 equal to 1 ohm. So I can say that resistance of the new wire is 1 ohm. So this is one numerical solved. I am going to solve another numerical. This numerical is there in your book as in text question. So what is the numerical? Let the resistance of an electrical component remains constant, that is R is constant, while the potential difference across the two ends of the component decreases to half of its former value. Whatever was the value previously, now it has been decreases to half of its value. What change will occur in the current through it? What will be the change in the current, that you have to find out. So I have written the question that according to Ohm's law, we know that I equal to V by R, current equal to potential difference by resistance. This is according to Ohm's law. Now let at the beginning the potential difference be V. This one let us take as V and R be resistance be R. It is constant, so I am taking it R. In first case I1 equal to V by R. So V is given as per potential difference and R is constant. In second case I2 equal to V2 by R using this formula, that is Ohm's law. R is constant, so I have not written R2 here, directly I have written R. Now it is given that V2 equal to V by 2. As per question V2 is V by 2. So in this equation, in place of V2 I am taking V by 2. So I2 equal to V by 2 and R is as it is. Here I got I equal to V by R. So I can write I2 as half V by R. I2 can be written as half V by R. Now V by R can be written as current, that is I1. So I2 equal to half I1. This one I got as an answer. So what is the change I can find? The new current is half of the previous current. So the current will decrease to half of its original value or very easy question, but you have to write properly, you have to show properly. That is the reason I have done it. Try to go through the video and practice the other sums by your own. The numericals you have to practice from the end of the exercise also and from other book also. So thank you very much.